And I think we are live. Yay. Good job, YouTube. I only had the start encoding in preview stream thing forever, so make sure I actually mute the volume. Let's see. Okay, so there's a bit of setup I need to do. That's why it says starting soon still. Figure out where the damn chat is. I think I need to view that it's on a separate page. Because having that integrated into the dashboard, into the control room, doesn't make any sense at all, no. It actually took me out of the control room. YouTube, you're drunk. Stop doing this. Why are you so stupid, YouTube? Assume you guys could actually hear me. It'd be really awkward if you just see my lips moving the entire time. And anyways, live on my. Okay, so I need to test some deployment mechanism stuff. So give me a sec. Because having IKEY you have to do it every single time. It's just, I would feel so bad for him because we're going to be deploying so many changes to the website as the day goes on, I imagine. So, but just to explain what the situation is in terms of today, I'm going to be streaming, and then when Brian is in his office or whatever, we are going to switch over to streaming on the Solus YouTube channel, and that will be a 2-cam situation with him and I. I don't expect IKEY to actually be in Mumble, and the reason for that is his voice is still really bad. That poor guy. So he's still recovering from that, and that doesn't mean he isn't going to work, but I mean, that guy needs to take a day off every once in a while, so if he does that too, then Brian and I could hold our own. We got plenty of work to do, and we tackled a lot of issues on the bug tracker, at least organizing them and triaging them. So we made a little bit of a dent. And then, of course, immediately people started landing more patches, so that's the way it goes. So let's see if this works. Okay. No, he's not gonna, he shouldn't join in. He needs to recover. Don't peer pressure him. Hi, Vulnerus. Welcome to the stream. Wait, I could pop this out. What am I doing? There we go. Pop out chat. There we go. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm testing the deployment mechanism. If you just tuned in. So let's see. Wrong one. Wrong tab. Why the fuck isn't that working? God damn it, rsync. I'm gonna see if I could force modify the local HTML stuff and then push it. Thanks, Vulnerus. There's still a lot to do, and I'll get into that once I actually figure out this deployment mechanism stuff. So there are plans, I assure you. Yeah, he's welcome to Blaz. Blaz, use the YouTube chat. For once, I am actually using that. Okay, I actually sent that. Jump back over. Still isn't updating that. What the fuck? Let's see. Let's check the local files. Well, the files on the server. No, it didn't even push that. What the? Oh, it's so annoying. I might actually end up using rsync, and I don't want to do that because it pushes everything. I mean, I don't want to use SAP because it pushes everything that I'm aware of. Is there an update only flag for SAP? I should check. Because if I could use that. Because this isn't up. So I updated the support page with some spelling stuff. Some English garbage was fixed. But as you can see, it's not actually updated. So I need to fix that. Hey Blaz, yay for using the YouTube chat. So regarding one particular individual telling me what they think about the site, they're welcome to. Them and I obviously have a completely different taste, so there's that. That isn't to say I'm not open to design changes, but I'm not entirely open to design changes. Kinda kidding, kinda. There's a certain image I want to bring across to the soul. Anyways, I'll get into that later. Maybe I'm using rsync wrong. Imagine that. No, it's source destination. Yeah, so I'm using it right. Guessing it involves the flags. But I'm using the flags ARV, so V for verbose, R for recursive, and A, I believe, for append. Let's see if removing the A works. Because initially I had append, recursive, update, verbose. So oh, not like a Vulnerus, not like an image as like a picture, but an image as a Words. Fuck. Appearance. There's a certain appearance that I want the Solus website to represent. There's a certain message I want the Solus website to deliver to people regarding Solus. And right now I wish ZSH would like automatically reread its config. That would be cool. I know, this must be super exciting. Just seeing, oh, you can't even see. Wow, I'm a dumbass. There you go. Lol. Just the entire time, it was like the fucking hell. Okay, so this part right here, this operating word right here, that is what I'm working to. Well, not just that, but there's a few spelling mistakes on the and failed grammar on the support page. So, well, support us page. So what I'm doing off to the side is testing the deployment mechanism, and I can't show you that because it's, you know, secret sauce. So. Okay, I sent bytes again. God damn, it's still not updating. I'm gonna have to SCP this shit. All that annoys me so much too, because I really don't want to. Because all the assets are really, really fat, so it's really penalizing to push it all the time. Let's see. So is there any sort of changes you guys would like to see on the site? I know in terms of information density, and I'll get into this later, it needs to be improved. But I felt it was better to, I mean, we were doing all this from scratch anyways. And I felt the prior WordPress-based website was too dense with information that it actually made it too difficult to find said information. And this takes it a bit too far, steps too far in the other spectrum. So I feel like we need to increase the information density on this, but that's something that'll just progress as time goes on and as we get more feedback. I know someone remarked on Twitter regarding the footer. I haven't checked if they replied yet regarding that, so I'm not sure what their issue is with the footer. I know I implemented a press thing right here, which actually has the press center and branding assets, but for whatever reason it's not showing, so I need to investigate that. But I will do that after I do this deploy stuff. because otherwise it's going to be a royal pain in the ass if I can actually deploy the site. I know it's not a regular file. Recurse, bitch. Oh, and if you're looking for a stream where there isn't some minor vulgarity involved, then, you know, came to the wrong place. See, for some of the image, the white text can be a little hard to read. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I was actually, that's sort of an in progress thing as well. I need to go through with the images and darken some of them. Oh, okay. Hey, Brian. So if you actually give me specifics, I could go ahead and change that once I get this deploy stuff worked. Greetings, I feel the forum link at the footer needs to be on top. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is we could actually have a community page linked up top, and that could link to, you know, getting involved and, well, like ways to get involved and ways you could interact, whether it be on Twitter or Google Plus community, all that. So, but yeah, forums should definitely be more prevalent. Oh, can you not, Blaz? Hold on. Okay, Blaz, I see your things in IRC. I'm not going to open them up here, but what I'm going to do is copy them first. Oh, yeah, nice catch. Okay, so that needs to be fixed. The video player stuff, I actually never ported that, so that's still the old HTML stuff from WordPress. But I do see those headers. I don't know why that's all messed up, though. Okay. So that needs to be fixed on the budgie page. Thanks. Good catch. Wait, what? Feels like that was not doing SCP in the right direction. I'm super confused. Oh, is it updating the index for... See, on the download page, I feel like the Bate section should have a different background color to create better sectioning on the page. Yeah, I could see that. Like a full width different background color. Or maybe have one for the primary one. That was actually quickly thrown together, believe it or not. The original download page was mainly for the budgie image, and then the locations for that. So that was completely written from scratch in like half an hour or something. So that needs some love. Okay, no, that's it's the correct SCP thing, so just let it run its course. All I see is index.html, index.html, index.html. I know I don't have that many pages. What the hell? I'm really confused what it's doing. Oh, it's SCPing everything. All the things are being SCP'd. No, 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 no. I don't like this at all. Oh, someone please tell me there is a update flag. Or is that meant? I get the feeling that I would need to use rsync for that. Which is not cool because I have to SCP all of this. This isn't gonna work. This is so miserable saying this. It's gonna take so long to deploy changes. Alright, well, that'll have to do for now. I'll let it deploy the thingies. Oh, it's actually done. It didn't rewrite that. Cool. Okay, so okay, let's see if this works now. Yay! We have to use SCP on the damn thing. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. Okay. So what was it that I fixed? Jesus Christ. Oh, the spelling stuff. Let me go ahead and commit that. Let's see. Oh, didn't realize it was live. Yeah? Yeah, it's all live. Page load times on mobile are black magic compared to the WordPress site, which is funny because I haven't done any image compression on any of the old images. They're all the old uncompressed full-size images where possible. So you're actually downloading like really large image files. That's something I also hope to change. In the future, it won't be something I'll be doing today. But the idea is when I specify an alt, so I'll show you. So if I go down here to alt image, it's actually this one. So the way the block works is we pass along the, so we do alt image and then the actual image URL, whether that's relative or an actual, say, giphy.com URL or something. So right now it just checks if the prefix exists, and if so, it uses the source. If not, then it does the base stuff anyways. None of that is exciting. What I would like to do in the future is extend it to whenever we add an image, we automatically create like mobile forms of it as well. So we'll have like a desktop and then a mobile image rather than like 20 million ones that WP Total Cache was creating. And then what we would do is we would use the one that's most relevant to the end user. So I'm not sure if I'll implement that with the picture tag or some other black magic on the back end or something. But I'm glad it's loading faster. So one of the things someone reported was, if I go to page 3 and I look at page 2, yeah, that's no good. I need to fix that. All right, so it does page 2 page / 2, page / 2. Okay, so that's going to be a not recent blog, it's going to be paginator. So it's going to be have previous, and then not entirely sure if that's needed because we actually passed the URL. I think I just forgot to remove that. So what we're going to do is we're going to build this locally, which takes a whopping 636 seconds on this old clunker. And when IQ was doing it, he was reporting it like it's 200 milliseconds or something, which is really good. So let's refresh. Oh wait, lol, on the wrong thing. Already confusing. Okay, now we're at the local one. So that's normal. That's page 2. Now we're on page 2. So page 1, okay, goes back to blog. Page 3 is normal, and that's page 2. Click page 3. That's page 2. That's page 4, and that's page 3. Okay, fixed. So let's go ahead and make deploy that. So we'll go ahead and commit that as well. And the changes will always take forever because it's SAP. So we'll do a make deploy and then deploy it. I'm just going to create a script on the other side. Yeah. I know, Blaz. I can't speak today, man. I mean, I'm an American. Our English is not real English anyways. What are we using for caching on the website? Currently, we are using nothing for caching. My idea was we would do HTTP header caching, and we would like header-based caching. This is all way easier on Nginx, by the way, but we're using Apache 2 anyways. So currently none, but eventually I'll also implement HTML5 app caching for pages and assets. So at least some of the common assets, like the data serves image, Solus logo image, CSS, all that stuff would be utilizing HTML5 app cache, and then whenever those would get updated, our like rev number for the site would go up, and that way the individual on the other side, the browser on the other side knows to update the HTML5 app cache. So let's see, sudo cp-r No problem. Yeah, that's something that needs to be addressed as well with caching. I've done all that stuff with Nginx before, so if we ever make the shift to that, I could quickly implement it. Fuck. Let's see. Serve www. Is that SCP done? No, because okay, now let's try SCP. Yes, it's SCPing. And I now have a script on the other side, so I don't have to do the same 3 commands over and over and over again. So we are currently deploying the fix for pagination. So I'm just gonna catch up on the social medias, see what people are thinking. Let's see. Continuously spelled incorrectly on budget page. Domains list twice on support page. Some people are reporting weird font stuff, but I really can't reproduce it. We're using the Google Web fonts as a fallback, so. See, on mobile Firefox, on the download page, the menu is bugged. First it didn't open at all, then opened twice for each tab, but clicking on the item didn't have any effect. So basically, Firefox is retarded. Gotcha. I'll have to look in that. It's probably something I need to do on the JS side. Okay, let's deploy the site. Okay, pagination has been fixed. I'm gonna test on mobile now. Because I think the Selfish OS browser uses Gecko as the backend. So I could probably test the touch stuff on there. Let's go ahead and check the other feedback people have been giving. Okay. Check let tutors. And then quickly close TweetDeck because it likes to hog all the CPU. Yay, emails getting synced on mobile. ISO checksum is missing on the download page. I know. That affects like quite literally 2 people. It was actually incorrect for like a month and no one noticed. Because no one uses that. Let's see. Oh god, no, I'm not implementing that footer design, Brandon. No to square root of no. Just no. I mean, that isn't to say the claim on the ISO checksums not existing isn't valid. Obviously, that's something that needs to be added. It's actually something I could do probably now after I fix the budgie page. Oh, it'd help if I actually had the server going locally. So Brian, are you heading in now, or it's going to be in a bit? What's the correct way? Oh, continuously. All right, let's fix that. Not used there, so it's going to be used in the budgie for everyone bit. Here. So that's been fixed there. Is there anywhere else? Just there. Okay. I'm not going to SCP just for that fix. 80, 90 minutes before the bus. Alrighty, no problem. Okay, well, I could hold the fort. So that continuously bit has been fixed. Oh, right, mobile. Let's test it on here. Works instantly for me. Although I am getting that font issue here, though. So it is valid. What the fuck? Is it people using fucking Firefox? Is that the issue? Because I fixed font rendering on that. Well, I thought I did. Can't reproduce this touch issue, though. I'll have to test on iOS as well. So double check with the styling here. So cool. Yeah, here we go. It's right here. So it's being used. It's checking locally first. And then grabbing it from here if it doesn't exist. So, oh, it's glitching out. No. Don't glitch out on me. Is it Chrome? I think it's Chrome doing that. Sorry, guys. I'll have to pay more attention. No, it's doing it again. God damn it. Just hide all this. Okay, is it still doing it? No. Is it doing it when I have this? No. Okay. I've never had that before, till now. Okay, so let's debug this in Firefox, which I never use otherwise. Okay. I mean, this sans serif thing was what fixed the font rendering, so like specifying that, otherwise it does look like ass. And finally through the 500, yeah, I marked them all as red. I even take an actual look at them. And I'm okay with doing that. Okay, so Let's check on iOS. Because I have 3 browsers here. Let's check in Safari first. And then we'll check in Firefox on mobile. God, this iPod Touch is so tiny. Okay. Yeah, it's fucked up there too. Okay, lovely. Check if that URL's valid. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'll just do an import. Open up web fonts on this side. I might just force using it by default. See, so one font. Oh, I absolutely hate. Hold on. Look at this shit. Look at what they did to Google Web Fonts. Isn't it just absolutely dreadful? The new one was so fast. It was easy to get to everything. And now it's just fucking Polymer. Can't stand Polymer. Alright, so let's add this in. Change this bit to import. Oh, right, that actually reminds me, I imagine. Has Blaz not complained yet? On BlackBerry. Oh, yeah, man, those 5 people on BlackBerry could really gonna be penalized. Let me increase the font size so you guys could actually see it. Probably a little better. Man, that's huge. That's what she said. No, don't automatically add double quotes, jackass. Okay, let's compile that. Just make sure it's actually pulling it in. Because I don't know if Less is going to remove that or not. Where's the record button here? Oh, it's not going to do it automatically. Okay. That's because you're getting it locally. And it's actually getting it from here. It would help if I was doing the local testing, huh? Where I actually made the changes. Okay. Inspect element. Network. Refresh. Okay, it is now actually pulling that in properly. I probably don't need this, but I'm going to have it just in case. Should I? I think I will. We'll do that initially. And then if it doesn't solve the issue, then what I'm going to do is remove the custom font face block for it. So we'll push all that. Push site. Then we're going to do the long process of SAP. So deploying now. Has a few quirks on Android, but other than that, looks great. Looks and works great. Well, thank you for that. Let me know what those quirks are, because I will hold up the two devices I have in my possession. Actually, I will be right back. I'm gonna get my wife's OnePlus 3. Back. Okay, now I have my wife's OnePlus 3, so let's go ahead and fire this up. Nice. Yeah, it's my wife's OnePlus 3. Anyways, Chrome. It's still SCPing the stuff. Okay. Nav looks good, works. Log looks good. Okay. Let me know what issues you're having in terms of quirks. Please. Because I'll hold up the two devices I have for testing. So one is a Yola one running Selfish OS, of course, and the other is an iPod Touch 4th gen, I think, running iOS, obviously. Not like you have a choice on that one. Okay, deployment is done. Let's run it on the server side. Okay. So let's go over to the budget page. Go down to, where was it? No. Why wasn't that fixed? Did I forget to do a make deploy first? God damn it, I think I did. Such a dumbass. So guess what we get to do again? We get to penalize with a freaking SCP again. Okay. Let's do this. Deploy. Wait a decade. Let's check the dev tracker file while we're waiting. GNOME shell integration for Chrome? What? But isn't this something that you could actually do via the... No, and all this is wrong. You don't know. Okay, no. No. Just not looking. I'm closing that. When you see someone provide... The bullet points under Raven seems small. It seems it needs to come up a size. Looks odd. Let us see. That's something we could change. Is the bullet size something we could change? I don't actually remember. I think the only way we could do that is the font size change. Oh, I see a hack that we can do. That looks really nasty. Just like an ASCII content thing. Oh, the text itself. Yeah, I know font size affects that. Yeah, I could increase the font size. That's no problem. That I could do. Question is, I actually don't think it's being applied anywhere, so let's go ahead and do that after we deploy the site. Okay, so that's deployed. Continuous, okay, so that means the shit's deployed, sweet. So for those of you that had font issues, please refresh your instances wherever they may be. And check, please. Meanwhile, we are going to go over to banner. Let's see. It's gonna be Raven, yeah, the Raven type. So we have a line height of 2. So these are using... Why are we only applying this here? That's a tad annoying. Should kind of make that a global thing, huh? 'Cause everything else is font size 2, yeah. Just make sure it applies to both. Gareth, good eye, because it was. As I'm sure you would have noticed by now. So let's go down here where we had this li, list item, and remove that. Okay, and I have build live stream patching. Hell yeah. Oh my god. That is... I don't think that's what you meant, Gareth. Gareth, what have you done? How could you do this to me, Gareth? Let's go and fix this. Oh my god. I think it's because I did it on list item and not UL. Yeah. Gareth breaking the site. Every single time. And now this looks weird because the font size is okay. I don't think I have a Raven specific one here either. Nope. I do not. I do not. It's just a normal height. So we're going to override that to be like 1.5% margin. All right, let's do that. It's actually scalable, not better. I should probably change the binding because I keep hitting the FN key when I want to talk instead of the Windows key. Because of derp. Derp. Yep, right here. Yay. Actually, let's check. I don't really want to do that. Okay, that looks a bit better. I change it like okay, I know how to fix this. So it looks decent. So this is going to be changed to when it's not the Raven specific one. Do we already have a Raven specific one? I think we do. Yeah, we do right here. Okay, so I don't need redundancy. So our fix was section was going to be 1.5% on top. And this is going to be 1.5% on top and 3.5% on the bottom. So let's see if that works. It does. Sweet. So let's go ahead and git commit this. The section for desktop for everyone seems to have all the right space on top. Yeah. That is actually because it is a small type. Or it should be, anyways. I think it inherits the attributes for small. Oh wait, no, that is yeah, I don't know. I think it just works well. Let's just go with that. Match what you're doing there. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is commit this so we fixed. We fixed the unordered list font size, and we fixed the Raven specific header, like top margin. Okay, so that's fixed locally. Let's see. So have people confirmed whether the font fix was a thing? On their browsers. If you do prepend what you're saying with font, colon, or something, just make it obvious that you're talking about font. Otherwise, if you just say yup, then I have no idea what you're saying yup to, because I don't know what the latency is like. Okay, so that's been resolved. What next? What other things are people reporting? Not actually sure. I is not sure. Okay, that's fine. This looks off. Is this off? Kind of bothers me that it's not aligned properly. Let's fix this. I feel like if I stuff these in content, it should be fun. I mean, I already know how to fix it. It's a margin left of 6%, I think. But then I need to change it on RTL. So not quite 6%. Because the sections have a default of 6%. What? Let's look at this. %6% on left. So we do 9%, it looks. Oh, yeah, I understand why now. Never mind. I understand why now. So then that'll be aligned. And I don't really have to worry about the second one. So let's implement that. And we'll do that in dir specific. So it'll be specific to the support via PayPal banner. I'm just trying to group up all these changes before I push them. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day fixing. Well, we're going to be here all day fixing issues and then waiting like a decade for deployment. I mean, it doesn't take that long. Major over exaggeration. I'm just gonna shut up now. It'd help if I was looking on the wrong right project. Okay, so it's gonna be indoorspecific.less. Let's move up here. So these are all banners. This is gonna be support via PayPal. Although it probably shouldn't be in here because it's for everything, not just desktop. Let's go over to scalable. So we have non-mobile here. Banners. Do we have? Okay, we do have app media blocks here. That's not what I meant to do. Let's jump to the. So this is RTL. So this is going to be this needs to be right. I mean, who does this for a stream where it's like, oh yeah, we made this big deployment of our new website. Hey, do you want to actually see us like fix our fuck ups? No one does that. That I'm aware of, at least. Okay, so let's just double check. Okay. It's actually being applied. It is. Let's switch over to RTL. No. Well, found more issues. Cool. I'm gonna guess. I'm setting border. I feel ashamed. Sorry, RTL folks. I fucked this one up. I was setting border hyphen right instead of having it be based on dir. So dir. This actually should be fine. So it's just, yeah, it's just a border. Okay. So let's go ahead and fix that. That's going to be in banner, I imagine. Nope. Scalable, probably. Yep, scalable. So I need to move this out of scalable and then move it into the desktop section. Yeah. So that actually needs to be border left. Then up top here needs to be border right. Rebuild that. You guys are awfully quiet. See, always a learning process with any program. You are constantly evolving your style and practices and experiences with one language ultimately change how you work. Absolutely true. The TypeScript and JavaScript I write today was heavily inspired by the work I've done with Go and their styling and formatting and all that. Just an example. And the inspiration I took from PHP was, oh my god, I never want to ever touch PHP again. So aside from this looking fucked up, technically works. Technically fixed. I don't need that anymore. Go away, Firefox. Yes, I know, go away. Okay, and that's... Wait, what? Okay. It didn't completely change. Okay, so that's fixed as well. So let's go ahead and commit that, and this is where we'll actually deploy. That needs to be on the site. Watch us fix our fuck ups, and it aggregates all the live streams from yours, Solus, Datatrix, etc. It's not a bad idea. Of course, I might need to reword it from watch us fix our fuck ups, but a media section would be useful. Yeah. So we fixed margin for PayPal, and we also fixed the border for it. Fixed margin for PayPal and the bordering on RTL. We could have a Solus Hackfest playlist. I think we do. Don't we? Pretty sure we do. In fact, I think I even set it up to automatically add things that have Hackfest on there. Let's go ahead and check. Yeah, we have a Hackfest playlist here. It's public too. Right here. Oh, something I want everyone to do. This would really help a good friend out. Is search for Blaz. I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name. Just search for this guy right here, okay? And I want you to subscribe to him. Wait, did you actually? Oh no, you. At first I thought you, Blaz. At first I thought you actually I thought you actually published some of your videos, but you didn't. So disappointed. Anyway, so everyone go sub to Blaz, please. And yeah, we have Hackfest videos. We have 7 here. The way it's set up is, and I can't show this now, but anything that has the title Hackfest in it. So notice how all these have Hackfest. They actually get automatically added to the playlist. Same with Sundays with Solus and packaging. So all these are automated. I don't ever have to worry about manually adding things on here. So anyways. So sync with latest less. And then we will make deploy. It's actually taking a while this time. It's odd. Hello, Hugo. Are you there? Come on, Hugo. You could do it. We will deploy. See, maybe a community Hackfest plays with my videos big. Yeah, definitely. Oh, it takes so long to deploy this stuff. Okay, so anyways, I need to go get ready or I'm never going to get in the office. Looking great, Josh. Are your email servers back in action? Have you not noticed the 1,000,001 fab emails? Like, holy shit. We had a suspicion that it would happen, but we were really hoping it wouldn't set all the emails and queue them up, but it did. I'm not going to open up my Thunderbird right now, but yeah. Yeah, email works. The reason why you might have a lot of emails, assuming you're sub to the stuff, triage team, it's, okay, that's a separate issue, Gareth. The issue with that is you might be using a email address that is for some odd reason blocking us, so ping IKey and he could get you activated. If you know what I mean. Okay. Changes have now been deployed on the website. So this includes the Raven fixes, it includes the PayPal stuff. I think that's it. So yeah, poke IKey regarding forum registration stuff. So for this, you mentioned it'd be nice for this first section to have some differentiation, or the mate one. So it's gonna be this bit here. Oh, I know what I'll do. I will implement the SHA stuff. The checksums, I mean. Well, I mean, technically they're SHA checksums, but. So do we have that in data? Data, tell me, do we have that? Info, we do not. 999. Okay, I need to get the Oh, wait, no, I can generate the SHAs. One sec. Is it SHA-256? I don't remember if that's what we were using before. So 121. So I have two separate SHA summits. Now go ahead and reply to that guy on Twitter about that. Okay. So reply to that guy. Okay, we have that generated for the 1.2.1. Let's do it for the Mate image. So just to put all the design stuff in perspective, the only people that saw this were Ikea and myself. And well, I take that back. I mean, you guys saw it during the actual videos, but you didn't see it in its more finalized form because there was, what, like a month or something. I also want to apologize for that because I was like, oh yeah, we're starting to stream again, and tomorrow I'm going to stream, and that didn't happen. So sorry about that. Anyway, this Shaw sum is done. Done, I mean, not dumb. I mean, it's dumb too, but. So the only two people that had saw the finalized form before we published it was Ikea and obviously myself because I was the one working on it. That's how secretive it was. Okay, so we have that in data now. So let's go ahead and implement it in. Where's it going to be? Download info? Yes. Okay, looks like that actually applied. Let's go ahead and check. Download. Those look the same. Did I copy paste fail? I copy paste failed. Okay, now it's implemented. Does that work for everyone? Having it down at the bottom? No, fuck you, Blaz. Fuck you. Why? Is there people subbing to you now? Should I send out another reminder just to troll you? My god, I really want to do that. Okay, so SHA-256 implemented. Okay, should I do a make deploy this early? Maybe gather up another change. Press, okay. Oh, right, I had a latest blog post thing that I commented out. Oh, this needs to be updated. Ooh. How could this get past me? This needs to be fixed immediately. Press enter. Let me go get those shareable URLs. Okay. No reasons to sub, right? No, you should sub. You should absolutely sub to this guy because you never know when he actually might accidentally publish a video publicly. It's always really exciting stuff, so make sure to sub to him. It's very important that you do. Okay, so it's going to be in 1.2.1. Press pad. Get shareable link. Okay. So it's actually been automatically changed. Okay, that's better. Cool. This is when I will deploy the fix. So we'll do a make deploy first. Scratch that. Gotta fix this first. Because I actually removed the Solus page until I have a more concrete idea on how it's going to differentiate between the home page, because as it was before we actually launched the site, there's some feedback Ike gave me that was completely valid, was there's too much in similar. There's too much similarities between the two, so I opted just to remove it entirely. It's not like it's hard to implement again. It really isn't. It's just be copy pasting banner shortcodes. It's intentionally that easy. It's something we did really early on as part of this whole modular aspect, because Hugo is really flexible in that regard of you being able to have shortcodes as well as partials, where partials would be implemented within your theme, and shortcodes being able to be able to have just custom HTML or call into partials. So that's been fixed. Okay, so we did a make deploy, and now it's time to actually push it to the server. So that's deploying now. So what next? Let's see, let's check branding guideline. there's some feedback that, well, there's some feedback before I made the changes that this wasn't really surfaced well. And I think with the press link being right in the header at this point, it should help a lot. And licensing is really clear. At least I hope it was. It didn't change regardless. So, I mean, it's not super sexy. In fact, the press center isn't really super sexy when you compare it to, say, Microsoft's or even Canonical's. But I think with Microsoft, they have a lot more like investor relations stuff on there too, which doesn't really apply for us, obviously, since we're not a publicly traded company. Well, I mean, we're not a company to begin with. So let's go ahead and fix this stuff. And by this stuff, I mean before there was actually a recent blogs thing. I think it was like failing disordered or something. So it's going to be, I think, press center side pane. Yeah, I commented out. There's an issue with this recent blogs part. Range first 5 blog posts. So I think it was getting it from not. I think I need to do a sort on these. I think it's like sort by date or something. I think they have a function for it. They do have sort. Here we are. Works on lists. So we do a range, yeah. Now we could just do a sort here. So let's go ahead and see what the, I think it's blogs variable. I think that's something that Hugo automatically generates. Okay, I think. Okay, that's fixed, so I will go ahead and reply to that one person. Actually open twitter.com this time because TweetDeck is just. I really like TweetDeck because it's a multi-column view, but it takes up so much CPU for whatever reason. Okay, so that's been fixed. Is it site dot? What? Let's see. How are we getting this? Site dot pages param internal post. Okay. I get it. I get it now. So I think we need to do a sort by date. Oh, another reason why it took a bit to actually deploy this is, so the way the process was for moving the content, all the blog posts from WordPress to Hugo, was we had to use a WordPress 2 Jekyll, or however you want to pronounce it. I don't really care. We had to use a convert for that, and then I had to use Hugo import to import it to a separate temp Hugo instance, and then copy over the blogs from there. And then there's a lot of custom HTML crap in there that I had to remove, and there wasn't a really good way of doing that, so I just had, actually I could pull up the list. I'll pull up the list of all the regex stuff I had to do because it was miserable. And I had to do that for 114 posts. So if you catch formatting errors, like I think Blaz did, please let me know. I think he did on the Budgie 1027, I think. Maybe it's just called regex somewhere. Yes, I have something called potato, don't judge me. It was a test thing. Is it here? No, it's in code. So I have URL replace stuff. This is for in the early days when I would do, like, when I would provide attribution to whoever fixed a commit thing, but that ended up just being too much work, so I removed that. So we had that here, and I did the URL name replace for that. Stripping single line, stripping multi-line, which was very common. For some reason, the importer decided to put new line, like the list item stuff on new line, so I had to remove that. It really screwed up links. For instance, this one had a blah blah blah, like the end bracket thingy missing. Well, lesser than sign. And then this one has it. Well, so this one's the one without it. This one's the replace non-fucked up links is what I called it. As you can tell what my mood was at that point. So for this one, for this regex, what we have here is it would have a white space between each list item. And before that, on the line above, it would end with the URL. So this is very common for package updates on This Week in Solus. So that fixes that, and then you had line breaks after headers, which was fixed as well. So I had to go through every single one of these posts and apply these and then manually change them. And so if there's formatting errors, totally my bad, let me know. Something else I'm well aware of is Hackfest and Sundays with Souls videos aren't embedded. Those were, whatever reason, they were stripped out by either Yekel or Hugo, one of those two. So I actually need to go in and re-add those. So, but that'll be easy. I have actually a short code for YouTube stuff. So, yeah. So we need to do sort by date. Sorry, long tangent there. I just want to explain if you come across blog posts that are old or not that have formatting issues, let me know. So it's going to be sort dot, maybe, what's this going to be? Maybe sort by dot date, maybe? Let's try that. We'll sort by date. Let's see if it goes boom. Let's close all these editors. We don't need all of them. And it's going to be recent articles. Hugo's yelling at me, so that's not correct. It's Hugo. Okay. It's considered a page. So let's look at what the page variables that are exposed are. Page variables dot date with a capital. Okay. So it's still complaining at me. It's saying 0300 EST is not a. Oh, don't tell me I have to remove all that. Where is it complaining about that? Failing to call sort. It's not a field. Okay. I think I'm using sort wrong. Okay, maybe sort the pages by the value and then descending, ascending or something. If we're getting the first 5, then it's probably going to be ascending. Still yelling at me. Why? Why is this yelling at me? Or does it need to be dot page, dot date? Or dot params, dot date? Let us see. Okay, it's claiming that we're... Let's check. No. No, that didn't work at all. First 5. Now this is the boring part. Dot site dot pages, params dot tag. Let's try that. Fuck it, why isn't it working? God damn it. So date, okay. Okay, we remove the dot, see if that helps. That did nothing. That did nothing. Let's just spit it out 1 sec. Heh. Heh heh. So we'll do, I think it's print the value thingy. Oh, what is it for value? This could be another debugging section. They do it in a very special way. Or it's gonna be debugging, yeah, debugging here. So it's gonna be, okay, percentage sign hash v, and then the value. Percentage sign hash v. Percent shine HV. Sorted. Okay, just won't do it for the arrays. Oh wait, no, is it printf? Let's check. It's printf, that's what's wrong. Derpy derp. Primes.date. Okay. Well, that's not helpful at all. Because I don't know what that fucking is. I mean, I know what it is, but maybe range over them? Do that. We'll range over it and then see if that works. So this first one is Evolve OS stuff. Okay. So it's definitely not working. That's not changing anything either. That's not doing anything either. What's the sorting that I'm doing on the actual blog? Am I using paginate? How much want to bet I'm using paginate on it? Would explain why it's working. See list, paginator.pages, okay. Yeah, we're grabbing it from paginator pages. That's why that's working. So let's just use that. Let's not fool around with this range stuff. Because I think I could pass I could have a custom paginator thing, I think. So I think it's gonna be a function. No, it's gonna be under extras, huh? Pagination. So we actually set to 2. No, we set to 5, don't we? Yeah, 5. 5's fine, actually. So we'll just actually grab it from .paginator pages. So how are we doing it here? We do range blog posts. Okay. So let's see, paginators are not supported for content pages. Well, fuck you. Let it be then. What do you mean not working? Don't give me this BS work. Just do it. Just do it. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Don't let your dreams be dreams. See, .paginator dot. Could we just do page 1 first, I think? The page for the first page. Does that work? Paginators are not supported. Well, fuck you. Maybe I just need to call the paginate function instead. Where params.internal type is post. So we're just going to go ahead and we're actually just going to copy this. Can't iterate over nil. Okay. We're not passing dot to this, so we're gonna do press, I think. No, we are recent blogs dot and then dot here. Can't iterate over nil. We'll actually go ahead and show this. It's nothing secret on this one. So we have recent blogs, template on line 5, which is what we're changing, where, and then it's can't iterate nil. Okay. So it's having an issue here. So where site .data.pages. Let's move this back over. No, usually it's .data.pages. What the fuck? Maybe it's params.internal type. Let's see. Yeah, it's params.internal type. Still bitches at me. It's really annoying. If I actually just move this, hold on. Hold on your butts. Okay, if we do that. And then wipe out recent blogs. So we're not actually using that. The site's not declared anywhere. Still says nil. Let's see if we can actually use paginator here now. So let's grab this from list here. Still not. Oh, still not supported there. So dot paginate where data dot. Is it still complaining about line 7? Let's see. Template.go, themes, partials, press, 720. So this is bit. Params.internal type. Site.pages? Maybe? Paginator, and then it says, okay. Paginators simply aren't supported here. So if we just do this call here, okay. It's still okay. And then if we do sort, I really don't like, I can't use paginate anywhere I want. Oh, I could do last, huh? A derp. Be like range, yeah. So we do range blog post equals last 5. Doesn't like that. Unable to cast. Still complains, so it's going to be... Oh, okay. I was putting this after. So last 5. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. What is this bullshit? They're not the last 5. What the fuck? What the? Why is it doing that? Why is it so stupid? Tell me, people. Because we're getting where internal types post. They're all like this, right? No. Why do the majority of them not have that? Has that been the issue all along, that they haven't been saying their internal types? How much you want to bet that's it? I'm concerned I'll actually add the pages. Wow, 0001, that's impressive. Okay, this is just not working. So we're gonna do sort. Is that gonna work? Surprisingly, yes. So that's all sorted. Then we have that. Okay. Now we're finally making progress. What? Oh no, first. It needs to be first here. Because we actually did a proper sort. Okay, yay. I really need a soundboard. Okay, wow. That took longer than expected to fix. If only we could have just used Paginator. Wouldn't that have been amazing? Because then I would have just been able to get the first page and not have to worry about all this. So for these, we're not actually adding float, which would explain why the margins aren't being set. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think this is something where I could get away with setting float as no, let's do it the right way. Dir specific. It's going to be full width box on blog side pane. Okay, so this is probably RTL given where we are, and it's margin left, which means it's on the left side, of course. So for here, it's going to be a float right for the full width box. Okay, and then up on our other reference, it's going to be float left. That's way too much margin though. Way, 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 way too much. So I think the first one doesn't need any margin bottom because we also have the padding. Yeah, I think it'll be. So I think I could just drop the padding. Let's do that. You fix it, rewind. Lol. Well, I mean, it took a long time to fix it, so you must have left a long time ago. So here, blog side pane. This is being applied elsewhere. I guess blog. That's gonna be side pane, right? Oh no, it's gonna be here. Okay. So I don't want this here. I want it here. Okay, that should actually work just fine. That's not what I meant to do. So we'll just do left and right, probably. Top. Okay. Still think we should eliminate the margin bottom on the first one. I actually don't need that margin thing here on the full width box for the side pane because it's the only one. It's the only full width box there. Build that. That looks better. Sweet. It's exactly what I wanted. So let's go ahead and commit all this. So the first one was fixing the so is that all we did in terms of styling? Yes. Okay, now website. So we dropped the panel partial for recent blogs. We also fixed the recent blogs stuff itself. So you know what now it's time for? Make deploy and deploy on the server. So once it's finished doing the make deploy and while it's doing the SCP, I'm gonna go get some more water. So I will actually step out for a moment. Well, go on, take your time, make deploy. Sometimes the Hugo stuff takes a while. Okay, make deploy is done, so let's go ahead and deploy that up, and I will be right back. And we are back. And it just finished pushing the stuff up to the server. I mean the blog listing on the press page. Yeah, so we have this recent blog post here, which now actually has the latest 5. It's just another way, like if some press individual immediately lands on the press center for some reason, they immediately have access to the latest on the site. So let's go ahead and copy. Okay, it should now be deployed on the actual site. There we go. So bug fixes galore. We've actually done a lot, all things considered. We added the Shaw stuff, we fixed the fonts for some people. Press Center, this bit, which was commented out really quick before we went live, has been fixed. When we went live, I also fixed, when we went live with the website, but prior to the live stream, I fixed the issues with small resolutions and the featured blog post. The read more link would get cut off. And then what else? Oh, the Reddit link was fixed. I forgot the /r bit here. Yeah. So what is planned is the real question. So first things first, I want to update the user guide, which is open source on the Solus project GitHub. I want to open source that I want to update that markdown with the latest contents of the user guide stuff that's on the Google Doc, because that's sorely out of date. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that as a Git submodule of this website, of our main website, and we're going to have a help center. And I'm hoping once that's more fleshed out, we'll have individual articles, people can contribute articles, and so on. Similar to how you would maybe for something like DigitalOcean, their community section. Although I'm not entirely sure what the process is for that. Ours would just be like a pull request for changes, and then they get imported in. And that would have a dedicated help center where people could go for help as well as instructions for things like third party, with the idea being of deprecating the wiki at some point. At least it's just my idea. I haven't talked to Ike or Brian about whether they're cool with the wiki being dropped. I think primarily it's me doing the modifications on there anyways. And I think it just makes sense to kill something that looks absolutely I just want to drop MediaWiki, to be honest, and move something that's a lot more flexible. And I don't want to have to deal with the MediaWiki special markup stuff either. So we'll have a help center. Another thing is obviously having more information, having technical specifications regarding Solus, and having a dedicated Solus page. I need to have more concrete ideas of what will be on that Solus page. We do have a more performant experience banner. You can't see it here because it was on the Solus page only. It was actually one of the only differentiators. But we didn't actually have any page that it was going to. The original idea was it would go to a page which would have more information about what optimizations we do, at least a high level. And the technical specifications would be this very dense document. Like if you've ever looked at the Mac OS technical specifications doc, it's actually quite in depth and low level for some things. And I kind of want something similar here, except not in a PDF form. So Press Center could probably be extended to actually having media stuff. For instance, the latest Sundays with Solus would be nice. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that yet with mobile. So that's going to require some thought as well. So yeah, a lot of things planned. And this obviously isn't even going into some of the back-end stuff that we want to do in revamping the build page and making that either use WebSockets or at least be asynchronous and do proper calls and live logging and all that stuff, and just enable better backend tooling for us as well, so we can eliminate the bus factor of, if IKEA is ill or something and we feel that we need to spin up an ISO snapshot, or we should roll out a new kernel version, then we want to ensure that there's tooling involved, so any of us on the core team could actually do that. For instance, as the process is now, for instance, with updating the Linux kernel and all the rebuilds around that, is you update the kernel, and then we restart the builder so it has the new kernel, and then we do the modules and stuff, so like NVIDIA, GLX driver, Broadcom, OpenVM tools, and yada, yada, yada. So obviously having tooling on the back end around that would be nice. And while that doesn't specifically affect the Solus website, we will be using, of course, some of the same components and styling across all those. So, yeah. Something else I'm also thinking is a more an interactive way of actually obtaining or getting information on these extensions, these applets for Budgie. So as it stands now, there's information and the icon for them, and while that's great, I would love to have instructions, even like a one-click install for some of these, for instance, community ones that aren't integrated directly into Budgie. Like a one-click install for Solus. And I don't know, maybe some like extras thing for other operating systems that happen to have it. I actually don't know, Cyber, if you're watching, is your haste and screenshot applet elsewhere outside of Solus? I mean, I know it's up on GitHub, but... And then you see here we have this quote-unquote desktop for everyone. This could probably be fleshed out a bit as well. Right now it's pretty basic. Just information on how you could get it on other operating systems. Support us page is probably pretty good. I'd like to have a cool like developer page where you could actually see our burn rate and import fab stats and all that stuff. Fab being Fabricator, which is our development tracker thing that we use. I don't actually know if Cyber's watching. Is there a view active? I could actually check. No. He is not. So we could do that. Let's see, let's check if there's any other feedback from other places. Okay, did that, fix that. See Google Plus. Let's go on the Solus page. That's not gonna be Solus community. Damn it, clicked the wrong one. Lol. Solus project. Oh, Cyber, you just got in. Lol. So did you catch what I asked about the stuff? Yes, mobile Firefox testing. Let's go ahead and test that. I'll go ahead and test that on iOS. Let's open up Firefox. This screen is so tiny. Look at it, it's so tiny. I can barely type on it. Okay, let's see. On mobile Firefox, on the download page, the menu is bugged. So let's go to download. I click menu, and it shows up just fine. I scroll down. Oh, I need to fix the SHA-256 checksum bit. Because that actually overlaps. Hey, I found a bug. Yay, something I can actually fix. Just go to download page. Nope, you just okay. I was asking if your haste and screenshot applets for Budgie are on any other operating systems, like in AUR or upstream in Debian or something. So we're gonna do responsive. We're gonna go iPhone 5. Scroll down here. See how it breaks. So this, I think, is just, I need to wrap it. Yes, if I do word wrap break, it'll like break up the words. So that'll fix that issue. So it's going to be Solus extra info. Download.less. Edition section. Media region. I don't actually have any styling whatsoever. Okay, so it's an AUR and Budgie remix. Cool. Okay. So what we're going to do here is it's under Solus Media. And then we're going to go over to dir specific. Just going to copy paste this. Oh, only screenshot applet is in Budgie Remix. AUR has them both. Okay. The reason why I ask is, we had that community section that on the applets thing, and I was thinking about having a one-click install once the Software Center supports the EO package, like URL prefix thing. Of also having it interactable so you could actually get information on where you could get it elsewhere. For instance, the AUR or in Budgie Remix or something. So it's going to be download page extra. That's interesting. Oh, it's because we put this under media regions. So we actually set that in the wrong place. Let's do a local build of that. Refresh. Didn't actually apply WordBrick. Oh, it didn't actually apply any of it. Solus extra info. It's a minor component, div. Oh, it's still under. No, that's the correct place. Solus media. It's probably something really obvious too. It's minor info. It's in Solus media, which is in Solus edition section, which is a div. Because if you look here, we're applying this stuff, but it doesn't actually seem to be. Oh, it's because we're on the download page for. Okay, I'm a dumbass. I am a dumbass. Dumb. Well, refresh that. Yeah, okay, so it was fixed. So that's fixed. Okay. So let's go ahead and commit that. Push that. And then we need to sync that. Okay, let's see if there's any other bug fixes needed. Let's go to blog. Blog looks fine. Okay, I mean, it's fine under Firefox. Let's see if that font fix ever applied to Safari. It did, cool. I already know how Chrome is going to act because it's Chrome. And it's using the same engine as Safari does because thanks Apple. So we're doing another make deploy. Cool. 4K is going to be crazy. I'm not really concerned about 4K, to be honest. Although this is that's pretty nuts. Maybe I should at least fix that. Why is it set to... Oh, I see why it's set like that. I feel like I didn't really implement this the way I should have. Like this feature blog info on this, I have it set to with the 50% when really it should be like 40%. And then for these, we'd have 100%. Well, that seems a bit crazy. The instructions are available on the README, but it'd be cool having them listed on the site as well. Yeah, I was just thinking, the exact buttons for them. I don't know about the AUR though. I suppose having the instructions for that would be nice. It's not like a Solus specific thing, but obviously I want to support applet developers such as yourself. Because you're writing for Budgie and it's on the Budgie section of Solus, so maybe 45%. Seems reasonable. Okay, so let's rejigger that. So it's going to be under scalable, I think. Feature blog. Here we are. So it's going to be 45%. Okay. Build that. Refresh. Let's see if it messes up. Mobile. It doesn't. See if it messes up normal stuff. It doesn't. Let's just double check. So this, I think I'm going to need a where is it? So I'm not going to change how we break the word. So this will actually be fine. So be fixed on 4K. What else? Give me some ideas, people. Because I kind of expected people to yell at me for more stuff. Let's check here. So fixed font rendering, I don't have to worry about that. Okay, I can't fix that because we're not using WP content. So, font is off. Buttons lack hover state. Yeah, okay. I see that being the case. I'm just wondering how, I mean, not how as in like, how are we going to implement it, but how as in what is the hover state going to look like? I'm not just going to flip the colors. I want something more subtle. On blog page on mobile, I think there should be some padding. Crop the budgie menu screenshot, please. Oh, yeah, suppose I can. Yeah, I could do that. I'll just take a new one or something. Yeah, anyways, I'll do that in a sec. So the first one is on blog page on mobile. Between the paragraph and the image. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do that in scalable. So let's go ahead and fix that up. Maybe 3%? Yeah, it works. So less. It's gonna be blog. Featured. Drop that. Okay. Built that. Refresh, just make sure applied. Who's ringing the freaking doorbell at this time? There's no one coming over, so what the hell? How much you want to bet Jehovah's Witnesses? I bet that's them. I don't know why. They really want to convert me. Startled the shit out of me though. Fuck. See that jump? Let's perhaps look at the same page image space. Perhaps look at the same page. Oh, right. I see what you mean. Yeah, because the featured one has more space. It has a margin of 6%, whereas the rest just have a margin of 3%. So I think it would make sense to have this have a margin of change this. Margin of 6% on top and 3%. So let's change that. I actually broke this. Lol. So 6% on the sides. Yeah, I don't. Well, I can do orientation specific stuff. So that uses a consistent, or should. So computed 12.359. Computed of 11.10. So it's getting it from something. Oh, it's getting it from the content. Okay. So maybe on the first, I need to eliminate the top margin. This would be main content post info. Content post info. Okay, that no longer has the margin. And this does. Okay, it's a bit more consistent. No. It's not bad. Let's change it to 0 because we have that 6% margin. It's going to be scalable, mobile, feature blog post, 0%. There, that is a lot more consistent. Okay. Cool. Thank you for that feedback, Gareth. Does that look okay to you? Sweet. I will go ahead and commit that. So No, it's fine. I was just asking if you thought it was okay. It's fine. Um, okay, it's committed. Let's push the styling upstream. We will push that upstream as well, and then we will do a make deploy. And we will deploy these changes. I don't think the Solus website has ever received this many updates like this quickly before. Especially as of late, because as of late it's just been pure maintenance mode. Mainly because when we updated our WordPress version, the theme we were using packaged its own version of Visual Composer, which broke, so I couldn't do any changes on it. And a lot of the code that was generated by Visual Composer was like this weird encoded stuff that made absolutely no sense to me and wasn't really parsable in any fashion that I could understand or really cared about at the time. So as a result, like even the homepage, like I finally figured out a way to freaking update the homepage image. And it was just like, I did not want to touch WordPress at all. No one wanted to touch it. And it just didn't really fit with our workflow either and how we really wanted to, like what image we wanted to show people of Solus and a more professional, clean design for the website. Because the initial one was very animation heavy, used like 5 million freaking jQuery shite. Anyways, so let's do make deploy, which we did, and then we will push this up. So we deployed that. So next up, it was Cyber's budget menu. Screenshot the. So that's going to be code, Solus project, not budget, stop, Solus site, theme, this be budgie, yeah, budgie menu. What size is this? .333 by 400, so it's the normal or large banner height. So question is, do I have another screenshot somewhere that's recent? I do not. Oh, a feature on the Solus stuff for like the software center would be nice actually. I don't think I have it. No, I have nothing in budgie there. Nothing in menu, so you know what this means, boys. Screenshot time. Close that. We're just gonna use scrot. Oh, Brian's on my cool. Wait for mumble. Here we go. Hello?
Hello.
Oh my god, they could hear you probably. Yeah, desktop audio, sweet.
Hee. So, you're still streaming?
I am, but I could wrap this one up and we could switch over to the Solus stuff.
Okay, I'm making a quick cup of tea, so if you need a few minutes to wrap up, that's fine.
Okay, cool. It's gonna be really awkward because the binding for me talking on OBS and Mumble is the same, so.
That's how I have it set up too, so.
Okay, it's just like if you hear me just talking about random shit, then you know it's the. Anyways. So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. We are going to be switching this over to the Solus YouTube channel, where Brian and I are going to be live streaming. I believe he is going to be working on packaging, and I'm going to be working on the website, and then wrap that up a bit and start working on packaging as well. So thank you for tuning into my channel, and hop on the Solus one and keep your eye on an event that will be popping up there. So bye bye. You know, I had to change to OBS and stop streaming. Bye.